What if one prayer, just one heartfelt, honest prayer, could expose every false thing around you? Not just the little white lies, but the massive society-wide deceptions we all fall for. Imagine a scene so dramatic, so raw, that it would leave no doubt about what's real and what's a complete sham. Sounds like something out of a blockbuster movie, right? Well, this actually happened thousands of years ago on a windswept mountain called Carmel. Picture this. The nation of Israel is in a deep spiritual crisis. They're caught in a toxic relationship, trying to worship both the one true God and a popular pagan deity named Baal. Baal was the god of rain and storm, fertility, basically the god of prosperity. The king, Ahab, and his notorious wife, Jezebel, were Baal's biggest fans, and they'd led the entire nation astray. People were hedging their bets, thinking, well, a little bit of God, a little bit of Baal can't hurt, right? But this spiritual confusion was destroying the very soul of the nation. It was a time of drought, famine, and moral decay. And into this chaos steps one man, a rugged, fearless prophet named Elijah. He's had enough. He's tired of the wishy-washy, lukewarm faith of his people. So he throws down the ultimate challenge. He tells King Ahab, gather all of Israel to Mount Carmel, and bring your prophets, all 450 prophets of Baal, and the 400 prophets of Asherah who eat at Jezebel's table. That's one man against 850. The odds are not great. The entire nation gathers on the mountain, a sea of anxious and curious faces. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Elijah steps forward and his voice booms across the crowd. How long will you waver between two opinions? If the Lord is God, follow him. But if Baal is God, follow him. The Bible says the people said nothing. They were paralyzed by their indecision. So Elijah proposes a test, a divine showdown. Let's take 2 bulls, he says. The prophets of Baal will prepare one, lay it on an altar of wood, but they will not set fire to it. I will do the same with the other bull. Then you call on the name of your God, and I will call on the name of the Lord. The God who answers by fire, he is God. The crowd roars in agreement. This is a spectacle they don't want to miss. The 450 prophets of Baal go first. They prepare their bull, lay it on the altar, and from morning until noon, they begin their ritual. They cry out, "O Baal, answer us." They dance, they shout, they limp around the altar they had made. But there was no response. No voice, no fire. Nothing, as the hours drag on. Elijah, with a bit of a savage streak, starts to taunt them. Shout louder. He mocks. Surely he is a god. Perhaps he is deep in thought, or busy, or traveling. Maybe he is sleeping and must be awakened. Can you imagine the scene? These hundreds of prophets, getting more and more desperate, start shouting even louder. They begin cutting themselves with swords and spears, a common, gruesome practice in their worship, until their blood flowed. They raved and prophesied until the time of the evening sacrifice. And still, nothing. Silence. The sky remained stubbornly blue. The wood remained stubbornly unlit. Their God was a no-show. Then it's Elijah's turn. Calmly, he rebuilds the altar of the Lord, which had been torn down. He takes 12 stones, one for each tribe of Israel, reminding them of their true identity. He digs a trench around the altar. Then he does something absolutely insane. He commands the people, Fill 4 large jars with water and pour it on the offering and on the wood. They do it. Do it again, he says. They do it a second time. Do it a third time. They do it a third time. Water is now drenching the sacrifice, filling the altar, and overflowing into the trench. Remember, they're in a severe drought. This water was more precious than gold. Elijah is making it humanly impossible for this wood to catch fire. He's removing all doubt. With everything soaked, Elijah steps forward. He doesn't shout, he doesn't dance or cut himself. He just prays, a simple, powerful prayer. Lord, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Israel, let it be known today that you are God in Israel, and that I am your servant, and have done all these things at your command. Answer me, Lord, answer me, so these people will know that you, Lord, are God, and that you are turning their hearts back again. And then it happened. The Bible says fire fell from heaven. Not just a little spark, a raging inferno that consumed the drenched offering, the wood, the stones of the altar, the soil, and even licked up all the water in the trench. Everything was gone. The people who had been silent and uncertain just moments before saw this and fell prostrate on the ground. A single, unified cry erupted from the crowd. The Lord, He is God. The Lord, He is God. In one blazing moment, the charade was over. The false god was exposed as a powerless idol, and the one true God revealed His power in a way that no one could ever deny. This story isn't just an ancient tale of fire and fury. It's a powerful reminder that we are constantly surrounded by false gods, things that promise security, happiness, or power, but deliver nothing. It could be career, wealth, popularity, or even our own ideologies. Elijah's challenge to the people of Israel is the same challenge to us today. How long will you waver? It's a call to make a choice to stop hedging our bets and commit to what is true. Because the God who answered with fire is the same God who wants to turn our hearts back to Him today. If this story resonated with you, and you want to keep exploring the powerful truths found in ancient scriptures, make sure to follow or subscribe. Don't miss your daily spiritual nourishment.